Hey everyone.
Hey
I have
guys.
Nikki T with me tonight. And if you guys don't know, I think most of you in the chat, I seen Cajun in first, and I think that's only because Nikki T was coming in with me today. Because usually them two are competing on who's here. But Nikki T is Rev Resale's Better Half. And then we have Luis in here, the Lone Star Picker. And he said hello to everyone. And then Amy came in and said hello. And then Nikki T came in. I was like, see, if Nikki T wasn't on the show, she would have been competing with Cajun.
With Cajun.
Then Frank is in, and Dan stopped in to say hello.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see where I'm going here. And then we've got this guy, Rev Resale. He must have heard his name.
You must have.
And then Ward Pinto. And the Cherry Picker. So, everybody, I don't know if you know or not. I think most of you guys do know, but Nikki T has started a Macari
Yep.
store, I guess you call it.
Yep.
And I wanted to know how that was going because I heard last that you had like 105 things listed.
Okay, so big jump. I have 280 items listed
Woo!
now. So it's actually going really well. Ever since we actually came back and I turned my store, I deactivated it for while we were going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Since I have reactivated my store, on average, I'm getting 1 to 2 a day, which is really cool because at first, Macari, I think it's a good platform, but it's not as large and as known as eBay. So I don't know if as many people use it. So sales would kind of come and go. They're a little bit slower on Macari.
Yeah.
So having them pretty consistent now, I'm really excited. But I'm also listing. I try to list at least every other day if I can get my hands on stuff to list.
I know you guys have been busy, and I was also going to ask you about going on is it 127?
The 127. Yeah.
Yes.
That was super fun. That was really fun getting to actually meet Old School Picker, getting to meet OBX, getting to meet Redneck Resale face to face, him and Courtney, Eric, Chris. It was really cool. The 127 was definitely fun to go to. Yeah. Would I say, is it like a major money maker? No, not really. I mean, did we find stuff to resell? Yeah. Any like grand slams? No. But it was worth going just to meet everybody. So it was super cool.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Was it as fun as you thought it'd be to meet all these YouTube friends of ours?
My camera's being moved. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was thinking, I'm like, mine's kind of off here too. I'm like, let me move.
It was even more fun to meet them face to face. You know, you anticipate and you get so excited and you build it all up in your head, but it was even better. They're just, all those people are so real. I mean, who you see on their channels is who they are. So
I wanted to say hello real quick to Joey. I seen Joey Bada Bing popped in, and Nana came in. Yeah. And then What the Hales popped in to say hello to us.
Hey.
And I was laughing at this comment because he said she was listing my stuff.
I was. Rev has death piles everywhere. So he actually bought from a yard sale like a huge pile of these China dolls, these porcelain dolls. He only paid like $100 or a little bit more for them. They were all brand new in box. I mean, that they took immaculate care of them. And a lot of them are old. A lot of them from the 90s. So a lot of them are retired. He hasn't really listed. I think he may have listed like 3 or 4 out of the whole bunch. And so I was like, are you going to list these? He's like, no, probably not. And I said, okay, well, I will. So I just threw up all those dolls actually recently. So
you're like, let's see what happens.
So
then Cajun was saying that you love juicy fruit gum. I've seen that you guys got a bunch of juicy fruit.
We have so much juicy fruit gum in our garage. We could chew 10 pieces a day for a year and we would still have juicy fruit in our garage.
Oh boy.
It has been, I will give him that though. It has been selling. People have been buying the juicy fruit. Some viewers from YouTube have purchased juicy fruit, but juicy fruit's selling. I'm surprised. I don't know why, but it's going out the door. So I guess I can't complain too much.
That's good.
I just saw
Dan wants to know if the dolls are haunted.
Are they haunted? I'm sorry, Dan. What'd you say?
What? What is it?
What are you saying? What are you asking me?
I don't understand this word.
That poor Colton. I understand him clear as day watching the video. I knew exactly what he was asking, what he was asking her. And she just couldn't get it. I felt so bad for him. I was like, I wanted to be like, he's saying, is it haunted? But
Nana wants to know what's on the front of your shirt you're wearing.
Actually, she asked me about it. This actually says, I went picking on the 127. It's got an old VW bus on the front.
Oh, cool.
I'm a t-shirt fanatic, so everywhere we go, I like to pick up a t-shirt. Rev will probably pop in the chat and say, oh yeah, I've got t-shirts from everywhere. I'm a collector of t-shirts.
Hey, when you're on YouTube all the time, you gotta have different shirts to wear. And Dan Art Vandalay said that he is listening, but he's listing a few items. You do what you need to do. I understand. It's nice to kind of listen in and also get your work done.
Yeah, like Rev just like he piped in one of them $30 shirts. Yeah, he's talking about my shirt I'm wearing.
Yeah. And Dan, the answer man, it's pronounced
haunted.
Haunted. Oh, that's funny. So I don't know if anybody in the chat knows, or some of you may know from watching Rev and Nikki T last night, that Rev has a new channel. And he calls it Restoration.
Yep. Yeah, old pudding.
Yes, and he was in trouble with Nikki T, but I found it funny because he was saying, the channel is about restoring junk back to life. And then he started talking about Fords, and I was like, well, he's got it right. He's restoring junk.
Oh. Oh, I bet Rev just heard that. Give him a minute. I'm sure you'll see something in the chat.
He'd be restoring some good quality stuff, but no, it's Fords.
I just heard his recliner shut. I told you. I heard it as soon as because he's got a lag and I can kind of hear what's going on, and I heard the comment and his recliner said clunk. I was like, oh crap, he's coming.
Yeah. And then he was reading someone's comment. I can't remember who it was. I was going to write it down, but he was like, Nikki T, what does that say? Does somebody say?
Yeah, somebody said I needed a Chevy. So I could pull his Ford. He didn't like that too much.
Yeah, bringing dead things back to life. I don't know, Rev. Go back and listen. You were talking about restoring junk, and then started with the Ford, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Yep.
Yes, but I'm excited to hear about that. But I also heard, he can't put it in the garage because he's got the eBay garage.
No, there's no room in the garage for the truck. So it's actually at the moment, you'll see some videos come out. He's probably got about 3 lined up that need to drop, or he'll work on the drops, I guess, later on. The truck is here. We actually went outside and did a little work to it today. So we'll see. We're excited about the channel. He's excited. He loves to work on cars, especially. So it's for him. It's kind of it's a fun thing. It's a release. Yeah. It's a hobby he's always had. So yeah.
And I don't know if most of everybody knows, but that's how Rev started in eBay, was building carburetors and selling them. And then he found other things like juicy fruit that he could sell quickly and not have to work on it. So he started selling juicy fruit.
He did. The reselling of items like health and beauty and different things, eBay items, actually, they were just as good for us. I mean, the carburetors took more time. Yes, they were a good income because they sold well and they sold for a really good profit, but it was just the time that you have to invest in them just, really didn't balance out when you can go to a yard sale, a thrift store, his honey hole, purchase some of these hard goods and flip them in no time. You spend very little time. So
yeah. And Jennifer came in and dropped Rev's
there it
new
is.
channel.
There's Puddin's new channel.
Yes. Yes. So I think that's really neat. And I actually, when you guys were on live last night, my husband came home and I said, you gotta see Rev's got a new channel, because he's into more of that than reselling, so.
Yeah. He actually, I think I know he's listening, so I may be in trouble for saying this, but oh, sorry. I see Richard. I think that's the second time he's put that in there. T-shirt. We're going to work on it, Richard. I promise. But Rev actually, when he was wanting to start the new channel, I think it was a bribe tactic on his end. He was like, it'd be really cool. I was like, what? He's like, if we do a husband and wife restoration, you get one, I get one. I think he was trying to bribe me with a restoration project of my own, which I don't know that much about cars, so it'd be more still his restoration than it would be mine. But
busy with two.
So
that takes me into, I think it's about time for a she shed, because you don't have any space in the garage.
Yep.
So when's the she shed coming?
Whether it be a she shed or a he shed, we just need a shed in the back of the yard. At this point, I'm not even willing to fight over whose it will be. I don't even care. I've told him our house is starting to become the eBay shed in our house. We've got room and room and room and room full of stuff. And yes, I have to take responsibility for a good bit of it. Having the 280 items, they do take up room. So
yes. It's funny because you're like, oh, I want to get to the certain number, and then you're like, wait, I gotta store this stuff until it sells.
Yeah. Yep. Then when you go in there and you look and you're like, oh, where am I gonna put all this stuff? Yeah. Yes, Danica, a wee shed. That's even better. A wee shed.
Yes, wee shed.
We need a wee shed.
Thank you, Mr. Sadie. Yeah.
Yes.
Rev,
thank you.
Rev's not going to be putting videos out as much, but there are going to be some good videos coming.
Oh, yeah. Especially one of the couple new ones. One of them it's got one of those moments you watch it and you just shake your head just like, nope, don't do that.
Yeah. I was cracking up listening because I didn't get to watch quite all of the live last night. So I watched it, rewatched it this morning, and I was cracking up because she's like, I'm just used to him doing things like this. She's like, so I just kept filming.
I am. I'm so used to his antics. People probably don't realize. I mean, we've been married now for 17 years. I'm used to his antics. I mean, nothing he does, like stuff like that, shocks me or scares me anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can hear it in the video of my reaction while it's happening. You can just tell that I'm just like, okay.
He's like, my dad's running.
Yeah.
To save me.
Yeah. I'm just like, I've got the GoPro, like, let's catch this on camera. So.
Yeah. That's too funny. With me and my husband, we make a lot of comments to each other, and I think a lot of people are like, do they like each other or not? And like, once they get to know us, they're like, oh, okay, they really do love each other, but they make weird comments.
Yes. I mean, that's how we are. I mean, Rev is, he's my best friend. So we're able to we pick and jive, and we've always pretty much said, if we're not picking on each other, then, there's something wrong. That's just how we are. We back and forth all the time. So.
Yeah. I met one of his coworkers. This was like before the whole virus and everything. And we went to lunch, and he's not very good at introducing me. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Oh. And so he went to, he didn't introduce me, and I was like, oh, I'm his mistress. And he was like, what?
Yeah.
And you could just see his face like go over like,
like he didn't know how to react to that.
Yeah, he's like, what do I do when I meet his wife?
Oh my goodness, that is too funny. Yeah, Rev just said I was about to blow myself up. She was calm. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess, like I said, I'm just so used to it. I just,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I've done some things like that with my husband. I'm like, here we go again. And people are just
Yeah.
like, why is she not doing anything? So we're going to jump into playing a game here. I want most of the chat to play with us too.
Yep.
Hello, the Tatta Picker. Haven't seen you in a while. But as any of you have seen on Instagram, I told everybody, now Nikki T has played in the chat a lot.
Yes.
And whatever she picks, pick the opposite. But she's going to need your help to
My reputation with this game is not that great. Which is sad because, being in the reselling game, I should be doing better, but I'm not doing so hot.
I think it's just Nikki T's like luck that she picks.
Yeah. Oh wow, Mr. Sadie, 3 journal 6. Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats though.
Yes.
But yes, girls are. We can be a tad bit of a handful.
Yes. Hello, Brittany. Yeah, I was wondering if I was gonna have a girl or not. I mean, I had most of the same symptoms as I did with my son, but
yeah,
I was like, I don't know. And we did a gender reveal, and I was gonna put it in the clip because they asked us like, who thinks they're gonna have what? And my husband's like, I know it's a boy. I know it's a boy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm afraid it's a girl. I almost didn't come. And they're like, what? They're like, that doesn't change it if you come here or not.
Exactly. Still would have been a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter actually just stuck her head in and said, I'm not a handful.
Yeah.
I didn't want to break her little heart and be like, well, sometimes.
Yeah. We'll talk about this later. No. So, Miss Nikki T is going to be playing Buy It or Leave It's Lot Like Deal or No Deal.
Okay.
And there's going to be 10 cases, and she has to pick 1 through 10, and the one that she picks is the one till the end unless we get to the end and she wants to switch with the last one there.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. What case should I pick?
What's the chat think? What's the majority of the chat going to say for what case Nikki T should pick? Because like we were saying, Nikki T, you have to pick the opposite of Nikki T.
I think that may be a sign. Richard said the number I was thinking, but I didn't want to say it out loud. He's the first one to come through.
I see a 9. I see 2 8s.
Yeah.
10. Get it over with.
Oh gosh. I think I'm gonna go with 7.
Okay.
Just because that was the first number in my head. Watch, I've just probably picked the worst case on the board.
Let's see if I can go back here without. I'm telling you, I need Vanna White to help me out here. Whoop. Let's see here. Come on. Let's work. And we're going to remove case number 7 because she picked number 7.
Yep.
And we're going to go to where Nikki T's at on the show. And put it in there. All right, so there's Nikki T's case. She picked number 7. Amy was saying number 7 too.
Yep.
All right, we're going to go back to our cases because you've got to pick 3 more cases.
3 more cases. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Rev's number. I'm going to go with 5.
5. Okay. Whoa. I'll go back again. There we go. Dealing with 2 screens, I guess it's too much.
Go 5. Okay, I'm going to go with 10.
All right.
And then I'm going to go with 1.
Okay, so 5, 10, and 1.
Yep.
All right, so $10 is off the board here.
Uh-oh.
And that's at least on the
lower
side. And then we're going to case number 10. And that is Wobbly Worms, and it sold for $14. Oh, there's Chris, old school picker in. Hello.
That's why I say never discount games. I know a lot of people may walk by them, but definitely check the price because some of these will surprise you.
Yeah, and this game I picked up and I was like, I know it's not like a game that's like, you know, actual Jenga or anything like that, but I was like, wouldn't this be kind of a fun one for kids, you know? And
yep.
So I picked it up and it sold. It didn't sell quickly, but it sold. So
there you go.
And when I can pick them up for 49 cents or less, might as well.
Oh, that one hurt. Oh
no, Burberry glasses.
Burberry. Oh no.
$30.
Okay.
And 5 cents off the board.
Yep.
But it's not the highest one, Nikki T, so don't worry.
Yes, not the worst one, but okay, still got a shot.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see if the chat can pick some numbers for you.
Yeah. They can help me out with these next few picks.
Chris, old school pickers, must have dropped in here because he heard that.
Yeah.
You were talking about him from being on the
127. Yep. Okay, they're saying 9.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with 9. I see 2 9s in a row there. So we're going to go with 9.
All right. And the banker's giving you a $6 offer, but I'm sure you're not going to pick that because you're already telling me to go to case number 9.
No deal, banker.
Well. Okay. Oh, man. Can't deal with 2 screens here, I tell you. Case number 9 is...
Oh, I thought
no,
it was like,
that's
dang.
the... Sorry, that was me. And it's on the low side, Nikki T. Woo!
Yay! All right, y'all help me out on that one. See, y'all are doing better than I'm doing. All
right. What's the chat think the next one we should pick? Or you want to pick one, Nikki T? What are you thinking?
Oh, goodness. Let's go with 6.
All right.
It's all by itself. We're going to go with 6.
All right. Number 6. $3. Woohoo, Nikki T. That's the second smallest one.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. Now I'm starting to get nervous.
You've got a lot of little ones off the board, so that's awesome.
All right. Let's go with 8.
Richard's like, wait a minute, I'm a little confused on what's happening. You said number 8?
Yeah, let's go with 8.
I had to throw that up there. That cracked me up. Number 8. Yeah. Oh, wrong side to put it on. Oh, no.
Now I
Highest
have a
one on
feeling
the
I
board.
have like $2 in my case.
Up off the board.
What was that again? What was that?
Oh, let me go back and show you guys. So these are some Flex. They're basically like a Fitbit. It's like one of the first or second ones.
Yeah.
That was made. I picked them up a garage sale, and they were $5 because the lady didn't know if the Fitbit itself was working or the charger.
Yeah.
So I brought it home and I was like, maybe it's just like the charger's a little funny or something. It didn't work. So I listed it saying, this is a tracker with the charger, but I'm not sure which one's not working because I couldn't get it to charge.
Yeah.
And
definite BOLO, people, if you can find those.
Yeah, so I put it on auction because I was like, I don't know, maybe somebody don't want it because they're not sure if it's working or not. So anyways, with them knowing that it's not working, it sold for $46 on auction, and I started it at $25.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
even the little bands that you can change it, because that's what this whole stack is. There's different colors. They're pretty good things to look for too. So yeah, definitely a BOLO.
Definitely a BOLO, I would say. Watch out for those for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I was all excited, and my mom, I was telling her about it, and she's like, oh, that's awesome. And then I was laughing because it's was being sent to Washington.
Wow.
So I was like,
all right.
That's my hometown, so I like to see things go back there now. So, Nikki T, we didn't call a banker, but you're 50-50 on the board right now.
I am.
And you have 4 more cases to choose from.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go with 3.
3? All right.
Yeah.
It's an Elvis Presley hat. It sold for $15. So.
Wow, that would have been perfect for Jeremy and George.
Yes.
That would have been perfect.
So that's one off the higher end of the side there.
Okay.
But you still have the 45, the second highest.
Okay.
Brittany says she has the same hat. Yeah, so I got that hat out of my storage unit that I had bought. And I have to go back to the picture because I don't know if you guys can see this, but I smashed my finger doing that storage unit.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Now I've done it. But I held it up in the picture because it wasn't looking good just sitting down. And I had to paint my fingernail because it smashed right here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was so bad. It doesn't even show anything now, but I smashed it so hard that it started bleeding through my nail, and I scraped all of this. And so, oh, you're born in Washington. I got it. Yeah, so I was like, I gotta paint my nail because it's gonna look horrible if it's all smashed in the picture.
Oh.
That's what you do to get those good deals.
Oh, yeah. Making sure those pictures are on point.
Yes. I want to get, I have my Susie back there, but I want to get a mannequin where I can just prop the head, and put hats on.
Yeah.
Hello, Victoria. Thank you for popping in.
Rev has a styrofoam head around here somewhere, and I actually had a hat I was trying to shape, and I used his styrofoam head to take a picture of one of the hats.
Yeah. I like hats because they're easy to, picture and take. So yeah, I've got quite a few hats, but I don't think I'm the best at hats. But this one, I was like, this is Elvis Presley. It's a castor oil. It could be several different people that
Yep.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, the styrofoam heads from Molly World.
Oh,
Hello, Uncle Bo. Thanks for
there it
stopping
goes.
in. Yes, so
Hey.
anyways, had to tell my little story on that because I was laughing when I told that. I'm like, somebody bought it with my little smashed finger in there. I doubt they were looking at that, but you know.
You can't even tell in the picture that it was.
Yeah, I tried to do everything. I was like, I get the darkest paint I have to try and cover this up.
Oh gosh. I'm trying to think of what case. 242424.
I'm like, didn't we take one off the board already?
I think we actually already opened 1 in 10.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yep.
Sorry, that's me.
No, you're good.
Sleeping. That's maybe why Richard was saying he was confused because I wasn't taking some of the numbers off the board. All right, so we got 2 or 4, Nikki T. You gotta just pick one.
Let's go with 4.
All right. Are you sure you don't want to ask the chat?
All right, chat, if you want to help me out before I make the final decision.
Give me some 2 or 4, whatever is
Yeah.
the bigger, the more votes.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Bo says 4.
Yes, we have 1 4 in there.
Everybody's saying 4. Mr. Sadie 4. Marcus 4. Victoria 4.
Yep.
Oh, now they're switching to 2s. Oh my goodness, y'all.
We have 5 4s and 3 2s so far from what I see on my chat.
Yeah. Let's go with 4.
Okay.
Since that was the first pick.
All right.
Oh gosh.
She's like, I'm getting sick to my stomach. Hurry up.
Oh. Caliper grips.
Yeah, so these are snowmobile grips that I bought at a estate sale kind of auction thing. They buy estate sales or they have them and then people are like, I don't want the stuff. So I bought these, and one of my videos from when I went, because I went a Friday and then I went a Saturday and I picked up one more of these and they sold all 3 together.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
that'd be another something to look for, but we probably can't find those around where we are.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't really know what it was. I just seen it was in a box brand new, and I was like, all right, I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
So it's out for a little bit, but I'm still happy with it. So, Nikki T, you have case number 2 left, and you picked case number 7. So are we sticking with case number 7, or are we going to switch?
I don't know. That's like between $2 and $6.99.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with my case. I'm going to stick with number 7.
Okay. So I'm going to show you case number, I think it's 5 that we still have on there. No, 2. Okay. I don't even know which ones we still have. Excuse me. Nope. Wait. Go back. It's the lower one.
Yay.
So Nikki T's case number 7 is, oh my goodness, I keep pushing the wrong buttons here. It is a record, vinyl record.
Yeah, that's cool. Rev just said, does number 7 have big money? It's got $6.75.
Yeah. Go to the dollar menu.
Which vinyls have been good to us recently. That was a purchase that we weren't, 100% sure about, but it has actually paid off well. So
Yeah, and I was gonna say, because Rev and you guys were talking about how somebody had said that he sold it too
Yep.
low, and I'm with Rev, and I think you were kind of on that same theme with it, is that if it sells for, you make a little bit more than you paid for it, and you're happy with it, don't look back, because like he said, some of those cards are selling for more or less than he sold them for, and it's
Yeah,
it
that's
makes
the thing with the vinyl, the purchase he made. I mean, really, after the first few records, we've pretty much just in the profit. I mean, we were able to make back our money on just a couple of them in the lot. So at this point, once we sold that Sublime record, it was all profit at that point. So
yeah, and that's the same with me. I picked up, I think there was 70 records, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And after a few of them, I was already in the profit, and I was like, well, if somebody wants it for $2 or $3, then go ahead. Like, I'm still making money off of it, and why not give somebody else a deal if I can?
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw Brittany. She picked up a bunch of records, and I would definitely say, research them. It took us a bit to get through them all, but they'll surprise you. I mean, we had ones that by the look of it, you'd be like, no way. But then several that went out the door for $100 or a little over $100 a piece. And these were open, they were in good condition, but they were used records, but they were still selling for decent money. So
yeah, I was having a hard time trying to, because there's a lot of people that are collectors of records, and the way that they grade them is different than the way I grade them. So I was having a hard time grading them.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'd rather grade them lower and then somebody get it and be happy that it's in better condition than I graded it,
Right. Exactly.
So that was the only thing that I would say to people, is just grade it less than you would think, because, if you grade it as like nice record, then somebody gets it and they're like, well, this is wrong with it,
Yeah.
That's great news, Brittany.
Yeah. The sealed ones are awesome. We had several, a couple that were sealed, and actually it kind of surprised us too. The one we thought that would really go the quickest, he actually had a sealed Tupac record. We thought that would kind of go one of the first out the door for a little bit more money, but it actually sat a little bit longer than some of the open ones by an artist we had never run the Jewel.
Yeah.
Never heard of them. Don't have a clue who they are.
Yeah.
Those went out the door fast, and for deep. Those are the ones we really made our money back on.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's ones that you're like, I have no idea about, and somebody's like, that's my jam.
Yeah, no idea who they were, but people wanted their records.
Yeah. And then Frank was reminding us that Old School Picker Chris is almost to 1,000. I seen that he was at 950 last I looked. So.
Yep. When I looked today, that's what I saw. So if you're not subbed OSP, go over there and give him a sub, and let's help him get over that 1,000 hump.
Yes. And Nana Tink was asking if we've only ever sold any 78s. I've never sold a 78. I sold 45s and the I can't even think of what the other one's called right now.
What are the little ones?
Yeah.
Those, the 12? No. Yes. No. What are the little ones? Those. Whatever the little ones are.
Yeah. My mind's like.
Yeah. Because we saw when in the lot he bought, he had the records and then he had the small ones. So.
And then Richard was saying Rev, how do you ship your records? I have a good video from when I shipped out some of my records. I bought some record boxes on eBay and even have the link in mine. I don't know if Rev purchased those, but Rev did send me a couple records and he packed them up really well. So,
yeah. I want to say, I think eBay has boxes too now that fit. I'm pretty sure that's what we ordered, was some of the eBay record boxes. I know bubble wrap's involved.
Yeah.
And right into the record box. So.
Yep. And Frank is saying it's 45 and the smallest ones are 33s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like I said, records are, that's like whole new territory for me. Knew nothing about them when he brought them home.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about them. So.
Yeah. But
you can keep those. I'm not going to list those on Macari.
Uncle Bo says he's got some old 33s.
Yeah,
this
he's got
guy
some cool ones.
Yeah, this guy I bought it from, he just had a whole bin of them, and he was moving. He's like, they're heavy. I don't want to move them. And I was like, well, you've got some good ones in here. So I was like, I'm definitely interested in them.
Yeah. Ones that he picked up, they were some of them are really cool. They were marked. They were demos. They only had like 1 or 2 tracks a piece, and it even said, it was marked by the record company as demo tracks, not for resale. I guess some of the radio stations around here or whoever had, I'm assuming, had used them. But those were desirable too. The ones that were marked demo people look for those.
Hey, that's even better when they're free, Brittany.
Free. Yeah, her video today that she dropped, that haul was nice. And it was, like she said, most of it, free, which you can't beat free. And she had some really cool stuff. I think some of the records she picked up will do well.
Speaking of free things, I had something happen to me on eBay, which I don't know how it happened or what happened, but my brother-in-law had got a couple of iPhone cases that would help with wireless chargers, so you could put them on a wireless charger for the iPhone 6 and 7. And he was like, I don't have an iPhone. Do you want these? Like, and I looked him up and I was like, yeah, I'll sell those, like, even if I sell them for a couple bucks. So got a few of them, and I had an offer for $10, and I have them listed for $15, and I was like, why not? I got them for free, like, sure.
Yeah.
And then they sent a message and said it's not the right phone case. They thought it was for a newer iPhone, so I wanted to cancel. And I was like, that's understandable. Maybe you were just looking real quick and saw that it was a wireless case charger, and so I canceled it. And then, like, the next day or the same day, I can't quite remember because all the days run together now to me. But I got a full price offer, and I was like, oh, cool. Let me send this off to them. So I sent it off, and I get a message today. It's been 2 days since it's been sent off. And they said that that order was canceled, and eBay had refunded them the money.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I wonder if they will send them back.
Yeah, I'm like, I already sent it off, eBay. What do you mean it got canceled? But it was really weird because when I went into my app, it didn't show, like, you have 1 item to ship.
Yeah.
Or 2 items, whatever. How it shows up with the little circle.
Yeah.
I didn't have that.
Huh.
And I was like, well, I'm only seeing it in my, like, where I can see where I have everything listed and what's sold. And I was like, this is really weird. So let me look on the computer. Maybe my phone has a glitch or something. And I remembered that one I had actually canceled, so I'm like, this is weird. And went in the computer and it says, no, it's ready to ship. They paid for it. And I'm like, okay. So I went and shipped it off, and now it's saying it was canceled.
Oh, no. That's like, it was encouraging to us. We had, Rev had talked about in one of our lives a couple weeks back, how he had shipped out a card that got, well, actually, no, this is a different card. I'm sorry, y'all. He actually shipped out another card that we had. It was a $60 card that got shipped out. And with, the guy wrote about a week later and said, I haven't got the card. We kind of said, hey, with the mail being like it's been lately, maybe give it just a couple of days extra. See, he writes back again a couple of days later. He just still hadn't gotten it. So Rev refunded the money. And we got a message a couple weeks later that said, hey, I finally got the card. How can I send you some cash for it? And, eBay, you can't do transactions through eBay, because then you get, they see it and they'll shut you down. So, he was like, if you want to send something, there's a return address on the envelope. It's up to you. You do what you feel. And the guy said, well, there's just the address was terrible. So Rev kind of showed him where he could find our address, and we actually got a card. It was a Christmas card. It was too cute in the mail, where he had crossed out all the inside Christmas message and said, great card. Thank you so much. And had the $60 cash in the card.
Wow.
So it was just one of those moments, we hear so much about, scam. We've been scammed, these scammers, but I think it goes to show that there's still some really, really good people out there. and not to let the ones that sometimes do kind of, troll you or scam you, get you too down. Stay positive. There's some good people out there.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do that.
Yeah. I want to say hello to Josh real quick before I forget, but I was like, you know what? I got this for free. And if they did cancel it or something happened, I'm like, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. But yeah. I was like, they refunded that. What? Like, oh, no.
Yep.
But it was strange how I couldn't find it either, that it was ready to ship. It was really weird.
Yeah. Macari's actually done that to me. We'll be out at a friend's house that lives out kind of in the country where service is really not that great. And I'll have just enough to see that I've sold something. But if I click on it out there, it immediately, because I guess the service is so bad, it'll say order canceled. And I'm like, well, okay, no big deal. Yeah. But every time it's done that, it's never been canceled. It's always just there. So, and I get paid for it once it's delivered. So I've never gotten a message saying I don't want the item. So I don't know. It sounds like some of these platforms have these little glitches that just sometimes pop up.
Yeah. Speaking of which, are you going to try another platform, or are you liking Macari and want to stay with Macari?
I think right now I'm just going to stay with Macari. I actually told Rev the other day I have looked at eBay I've kind of snooped around, clicked here and there just to kind of see ins and outs of it for outside of what I've heard him talk about and seen him do. I'm just really enjoying Macari right now. I really am still learning. I mean, I haven't really been on it super long, so I'm still kind of learning what sells, what works, what doesn't work. But I enjoy the ease of Macari. I enjoy the no limit to listings on Macari.
Yeah.
Right now they're flat fee, they're one-time fee, 10%. That's it. I enjoy that. So, I think I'm going to stick with Macari right now. I don't think I'm going to go anywhere else just yet. Yeah.
I've dabbled a little bit in Macari, but I've got my feet in Poshmark and eBay. And so I think I'm going to, when I go to this point, I'm going to get rid of Poshmark and go to Macari with my Poshmark stuff. I think is what I'm going to do, because Poshmark is just a lot of work.
Yeah. I've heard sharing closets, sharing other people's, that kind of stuff. And I think aren't the fees just a tad bit higher than Macari? Don't they charge a little bit more?
Yeah. So if I remember right, that anything under $5, I think, is, I can't remember it now. I went over it with Jimmy back on another live. Yeah. But they're anything under $5 or a certain percent. Brittany probably didn't know right away. Yeah. And then anything above that, they do a percentage.
Yeah. I don't want to compete with Rev.
Yeah.
Oh, we can compete. We can turn it into a competition.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoy Macari. I do. I really like it. I acknowledge that Macari is not as known. It's not as large as eBay. I think eBay, of course, everybody knows eBay. You say eBay, it's worldwide. Everybody knows it. Yeah. Macari doesn't ship internationally. It's all within the lower 48. I don't even know if they ship to Alaska. I haven't had an order from there, so I don't know. I haven't read to see if they actually do ship to any of those places. But I think Macari is up and coming, though, because I think, too, some people think Macari, just clothing, but there's a huge wide range of goods that are sold on Macari, from housewares to video games to consoles to vintage to, I think when it comes to hard goods being sold, I mean, Macari's pretty close to eBay in that aspect as to what can be sold on there.
Yeah, and Rev said that you would win, and I believe it, because every competition I've seen, you won. So I don't know.
I don't know if he means that or if he's just being nice. Well, he's definitely got me beat right now for sure. I mean, eBay, he has more turnover than I do sale-wise. But I'm happy where I'm at, being just part-time right now. Just, I went back to work recently, so it's going to be, I have to learn that too. I have to learn that balance of working and reselling now.
Yeah.
So that'll be another thing for me to learn. But
Mm-hmm.
so I think one platform right now, so I don't stretch myself too thin, because I don't want to burn out, because I do enjoy it. I do like it. So.
Yeah, one of me and my good friend was talking about getting burnout because she's going to school, has 2 kids, like trying to do her reselling, and she mainly sells on Poshmark, and I don't know how she does it, but she does. And she's like, I basically have to list something every day to sell something. And I was like, girl, I'm like, more power to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I'm like, I don't know how you do it with school, 2 kids, and they're both under the age of 5, so
yeah,
they're not helpful. They're like getting into everything.
Yeah, I definitely think balance is it's a must. It's trying to figure it out, and it's not an easy balance to figure out. I mean, there's times that it's not easy at all, and
Yeah.
that's another thing I like about it. I've got stuff listed that has been sitting for a while, but it seems like recently those are things that are selling now. I had listed a Halloween costume, gosh, when I first started, really not long after starting it, and it sold yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think, I think it's just all about too, some of the stuff you list, it may not go right away, but again, if it sells, it sells. So
yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, because I think I've been full-time in this for a little over 2.5 years now. I'm still trying to figure out, like, okay, at one point do you say, okay, this is never going to sell, or like you need to retake pictures, and like, obviously you kind of try and do that like at some point, but it's like, at one point do you say, no more, I need to get rid of this?
Right. That's what I've actually got some stuff now. Some jewelry, some bracelets I had bought in a lot for like $10, and I got like 18 bracelets, and I was like, oh, not too bad. And I have them broken apart right now, and I've got some views, and I've actually got some likes on the items. But I really think if in the next little bit they don't sell, I am going to take those down. I'll lock them up and like as a jewelry jar. And I think they may move easier and quicker doing it that way. And then I've got some Halloween, like the old school, like B-type horror movies that I picked up at a yard sale for $1 a piece, and they're listed separately right now. And I think I might end up pulling those and selling them as a lot of 4 for a certain price versus trying to sell them individually. And I think they may even move better as a lot. So I'm going to make some changes to some of my listings in the next little bit to see if that helps move it quicker.
Yeah. And I know, like, during the beginning of the pandemic, they were saying to like not lot things together, because they were saying a lot of things are selling better not lotted together. But I think we're getting to the point where things would be better lotted together. Like I have a couple of video games that I'm like, they're all Wii, I should put them all together. I think I'm gonna.
If it doesn't sell, it doesn't hurt to try it a different way to see if it won't move one way, will it move another? And you can, you're still making your money on it. So if it's sitting and it's a long tail item and it's not doing what you're hoping it's going to do, if you have the capability of lotting it or even parting it out, depending on what it is, why not try it? Because it's not making any money sitting on the shelf. So
I like that when in doubt to part it out, because I've done a lot of things that I've parted out, games and everything. I've just parted out, and it sold better that way.
Commonwealth knew exactly what he was saying when he when he dropped that tidbit of wisdom right there.
Yes, I agree. So does anybody in the chat have any recommendations for Nikki T with Macari, or just reselling? I was going to ask Nikki T, do you have a plan for when there's not yard sales of what you're going to do to source? Or
I'll probably try to hit a few thrift stores during those times. I have purchased from some other reseller auctions. Rev has actually been like watching the packages come in, like, what did you order now? What did you order now? Because of course they'll all come in together where it looks like I just made one purchase. They're coming in like every other day. So it's a new box and a new box. So I have done that actually. I've purchased a few things from some auctions around, and have had those listed and have sold some of those items to kind of keep my inventory up. Because I do think Mercari is like eBay in that way. The more you list, it seems like, of course, Mercari pushes you more because your listings are going up on a regular basis. Listing and promoting seem to be two big things on Mercari.
Yeah.
Promoting, of course, pushes, and then the listings, of course, push. So,
yeah,
going to I try to keep it going that way.
yes. I was gonna say Nikki T has been listening to Rev Resale, and
Yes.
she talks like she's been reselling for many years, and
Yeah.
I know that she just recently got into it, but she's got more knowledge than most of us that recently got into it.
Yeah, I listening to him for sure. Tried to soak in what he was doing because at first when he started, I was like, no, I don't want to. I mean, I'll just kind of watch. I'll let you have this hobby. I'll let you do it, and then listening to him, and then he would watch other resellers like Rally Roots was one, RVA Flips, Lonnie, was some Cincinnati Picker. So I was hearing when he was watching them, I was also hearing them. So, and of course, all of you. When I got to be a part of the community, once he was, really jumped in, and then I came in, it was just everybody has helped me learn. I mean, I've learned a lot. And like Richard said, yes, having to readjust the price. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I price high on Mercari to account for the fact that I am going to have to adjust the price at some point. Just knowing that too, I'm also open to offers. So if I set the price higher, the offer won't be so low when it initially comes through, hopefully. I actually got my first offer on an item the other day that I actually got to negotiate. And it was like, hey, first time reselling on negotiation here. Offer came in and I was like, nope, a little too low. And I shot back and surprisingly they took it. So that was my first one of those. So that was fun. But I had a price with in mind promoting. And some I don't know if everybody would agree with me on this. I actually don't do free shipping on anything. I charge shipping on everything I have. Just one, I haven't really dabbled into pirate ship, which I hear is really good. And I know I could sit down and pick Rev's brain on all that, but I haven't yet. I kind of like just the ease of shipping, buyer pays, the labels right there when they buy it. So I don't know if my overturn would be a little bit better if I offered free shipping, potentially, probably, but I don't offer free shipping on anything right now. It's all
when I first started, I offered free shipping on everything, and then I was like, people are paying for shipping. Why am I?
Yeah.
I might as well, list it like, okay, this is what I want for it, and this is what the shipping price is. So I started charging shipping, and it's worked for me. And sometimes I do think like maybe if I did offer free shipping, somebody would take it, but I usually try and price it like well enough that they're like, well, if I buy this one with free shipping, it's the same price as buying hers.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've noticed, buyers don't seem to be mine. So right now I'm going to keep charging shipping until I, decide that I want to learn pirate ship. But right now they're, I just think of it like this way. Yes, there's places that offer free shipping, but a lot of other retail places that people shop online don't offer free shipping, and people are willing to pay it. So if they're willing to pay it, a lot of these other retail places, they're probably not going to mind as much paying it through somewhere like Mercari or eBay.
I see Nana asking Joey if he got monetized, and he said he did. So that's so exciting. Congratulations, Joey.
Congratulations, Joey. Yep.
Yeah.
Another good channel.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Dan hit his milestone of 500.
Yeah, Nikki T has been kind of my helper in telling me what's going on because I have been not even feeling well enough to get on my own channel or anybody else's. Eventually, sometimes I try and get popped in when I'm feeling all right, but you would think just laying on the couch and looking at my phone and chats would be fine. But I've been dizzy on top of all of it too, so it's like I gotta do something else.
Yep.
So. Yeah,
that's true, Richard. If it's under a pound, I can know. Yep, that is. I know exactly under a pound what it would go. to ship. I think eventually certain items I probably will get to the point where I'll be willing to offer, especially if I get them at a decent, like if I buy them at a really good price point, I may incorporate shipping into the price and ship them out, but just not there quite yet.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I will. I'm going on, I started end of June, so I'm really going on just really 2 full months of diving into the world of reselling. So
that's awesome. And got 200 listings. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You've been working.
Yep. I told him when he did his listing challenge, his 21-day challenge, I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
But it also helped that, we found some places that were selling massive inventory for me. That was probably the biggest jumping off point when we found that boutique here in town that the owner was selling stuff from her house. She was like, I just need the stock gone.
Yeah.
And she was selling everything. I think the most expensive thing we bought were clothes for $2 a piece. And this was clothing that the tags on them and that still had the boutique tags on them that were going for $100 plus a piece. And it was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So I was way excited to get that haul because that helped me out big time.
Yeah. When you can get deals like that, it's like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. That was me and my storage unit. Like, I just planned on buying the game systems, and he was like, will you take my whole storage unit? And I was like, yeah. And I didn't think there was that much because he sent me pictures of the boxes and stuff, and it looked like kind of an empty storage unit. We got there, and my truck was like piled over. I was like, okay, yeah, we got more than we wanted, but that's okay because it's going to give me some things to list. And then like the whole pandemic happened, and I was like, here we go. I've got things to do.
Yep.
Well, everybody, you guys are awesome. I'm going to end it here because I don't know if my little one's in bed or not, but it is past his bedtime. And if he does not get in bed, it's going to be monster for me. So I got to keep him on that schedule. He starts turning into a pumpkin if we pass his bedtime.
Yes, I get it. Mine are teenagers and they're about the same way.
Yeah, my good friend, he's 11 years old now, I think. And then a 6-year-old. And she's like, my kids, they fall apart after their bedtime. She's like, they're old enough to not like do it now, as like toddlers do. But she's like, they do. And she's like, my mom thinks it's so crazy. And I'm like, hey, they're on a schedule. Like, you can't mess with that schedule.
Exactly.
Well, everyone, thank you for coming in. I see Marie here. I've seen her a couple times and I kept forgetting to tell her hello. So hello and thank you for coming in, Marie. She's another Washingtonian that found me and follows me. So thank you, everyone. And Nana's saying thank you, everyone who came into her show with Victoria. I tried to do mine a little bit later so that Nana and everybody could come in because I think a lot of the same people like to watch both of us, and I think it works a little bit better for me to come in. Yeah. So thank you so much, Nikki T. I appreciate you.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone. Bye now.